By now you all have seen the announcement of The Witcher 4 from CD Projekt Red. And a lot of gamers are skeptical because CD Projekt Red has been going off the deep end for a while now. They've been pushing diversity, equity, and inclusion and ESG mandates for a few years now, and they openly brag about it. So gamers are skeptical, like we should be. But of course, whenever we point this out, we get attacked from all over. And this tweet right here is saying the gaming community has declined intellectually because we are critiquing CD Projekt Red in The Witcher 4. This tweet says, if The Witcher 4 was announced right after 3, the response would have been so much different. Gamers have regressed intellectually for the past decade. How? Because we have eyes that work, because we see what CD Projekt Red has been up to. That means we've gotten dumber since the last decade, because we notice what all of these companies are pushing, because we notice the decline in gaming, whether it be writing, the character design, story, gameplay is all declining from every company in the big AAA gaming industry. That makes us dumber for noticing patterns? Or maybe you're just mad because we have skepticism. Because you people, you just buy the slop. You type of shills are the ones that buy $70 games that don't even work at launch. You buy games that are buggy and busted, and not only do they charge you $70, they want you to buy a season pass before you even know what's in the season pass, and that season pass be like $40, $50, and then you have to wait a week for them to patch the game that you already paid for. A week for the game to actually work, and then probably after that they ask you for a bunch of microtransactions and a bunch of garbage when the game itself has not been worth $70 to begin with. And you are triggered that gamers are waking up to the nonsense. Gamers are waking up and seeing that these game developers hate us. They hate gamers, but they work in the gaming industry. They pander to women instead of pandering to the male audience, the actual audience of gamers. And you mad that gamers are calling out CD Projekt Red. And of course, a lot of people in his replies are agreeing with him and calling gamers every name in the book, and calling YouTubers as well every name in the book. Like this one right here. Right-wing gamers are biblical numerologists in 2024. They watch Grifters that go. Have you ever noticed that the number 2 comes up a lot in video games? With number 2 being a female lead in this example, and suddenly they see 2, an extremely common number in everything. That's not at all what gamers are saying. So you're basically describing pattern recognition, which is perfectly normal for human beings to do, and you think that's weird. Let me give a more accurate example for your bullshit explanation. We see the companies pushing DEI. The game is going to be busted, broken, and the writing is going to be terrible, and the main character is going to be an angry bitch that nobody likes. That's the pattern recognition. It's not just a number, it's the same pattern over and over and over again, and it often leads to something that ruins the game experience. So it's not just a number, it's not as simple as that. It's not as simple as a female lead, because that's what these people like to say, oh, we just don't like something because there's a woman in it. Meanwhile, there's plenty of female characters that people love, like Samus from Metroid, Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, Peach from Mario, Morgan from Darkstalkers. There's plenty of female characters. I just think it's funny they say this now, but they never said it before. Why is it now that you think gamers all of a sudden hate female characters, but this conversation never showed up a decade ago? Use your common sense. Maybe it's because the female characters now suck. They're ugly, angry bitches. Maybe that's the difference, because nobody was complaining about women in gaming. According to your dumbass logic, it's not as simple as just women or female characters. Why don't you ask yourself, why now and not before? And we have another Twitter shell calling us grifters, the most overused word in the political internet. It says, the grifters has genuinely brainwashed a huge part of the gaming discourse, and I hope to God by the time the game drops, we're over this era in toxic discourse. How is it toxic? And how is the quote-unquote grifters brainwashed the huge part of the gaming discourse? Maybe because majority of gamers agree with this so-called grifters. Again, the word grifter means scam. These retards don't even know what they're saying. You are just mad that majority of gamers are just not going to buy some gay garbage, some weird pronoun game, some game where the developers behind the game hate gamers, which still doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why that's a thing. Who do you want to buy your game if not gamers? You are mad that gamers are just not going to accept the garbage from some ugly character. And I'm not talking about The Witcher 4, I'm talking about in general. That is what you are mad about. And mind you, this is the same guy who said that Concord was an underrated masterpiece. Yes, he unironically said that. He said that Concord, a game that got shut down 10 days after it came out, he said it was an underrated masterpiece. So why do people even take this show seriously? Nobody should take you seriously after you said that. And this is a huge shill account that just shills for the mainstream. But of of course, we have to have a woman say something dumb as well. And that's what this reply is saying. It says, I was just telling my boyfriend this. You did not get this kind of reception about female protagonists. Example, Aloy from Horizon, Cassandra from Assassin's Creed, Velvet from Tales of Berseria years ago. It's gotten worse since Elon Musk took over Twitter plus pandemic. Again, why don't these people ask themselves, why do you think that is? Why do you think nobody has a problem with Aloy from Horizon, at least before Forbidden West? The character was pretty normal looking in Horizon Zero Dawn. Why do you think nobody had a problem with Cassandra in Assassin's Creed Odyssey? Why do you think nobody has a problem with any female characters in the Tales of series? Why do you think gamers have a problem with female characters now but not before? Use your brain, use your common sense. What is the difference? The characters now are shit. They're ugly. They're poorly written. They're insufferable to listen to. They are bitches. Use your common sense. That is the difference. If nobody has a problem with characters back then, and now you're saying gamers have a problem with female characters now, you would think that would mean, oh, the characters back in the day were good, but the ones we're getting nowadays are trash. It's not that hard to figure out. It's just that simple, but they never ever want to ask themselves that question. What's different now versus a decade ago? A decade ago, female characters were better. It's just that simple. And we have one more reply to read that accurately portrays what gamers are saying. It says, such a backwards view of the world. Quote, we aren't wrong, it's the consumers who are. The gaming industry over the last decade has regressed to low effort sequels and live service action games stuffed with microtransactions. Sure, every now and then a gem comes out, but it feels rarer now because video games suck. People are tired of it. People are tired of terrible games, and people don't want to buy slop anymore. People want good content. We're not getting any good content. So if you just blame the audience and say, oh, gamers have rotted the discourse, the majority of gamers have been rotted by these grifters. Or maybe the people you don't like is speaking the truth, and you don't like that people are speaking the truth because you want people to just buy. Just buy the garbage, buy the ugly bitches, buy the angry bitches, buy the terrible characters, buy the terrible gameplay, buy the buggy game, buy the ugly shit from people who hate you. That's what you want. You want people to buy content from people that despise the audience, which makes no sense. And you are mad, and you can stay mad because the people you dislike are growing and growing and growing, and more people are saying what I'm saying, and you cannot change that because people see the obvious, and you can say whatever you want. You can call us whatever you want. We're not going anywhere. We're only growing bigger. So I don't have much else to say. I don't want to keep repeating myself. All of these losers getting mad on Twitter, go fuck yourself.